Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nisha Vatarakan Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudaya Pushpavanatau Chatrau Sandhau Tamonadau ग्रंथेर आरंभ करे मंगलाचरण गुरु वैष्णव भगवान तीनेर स्मरण होय विघ्न विनाशन अनायास सफल निज वांछित पुराण नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देश तारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री रूप रघुनाथ पदे यार आशा चैतन्य चरितामृत कहे कृष्ण दासा Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita, AdilLila chapter 8, entitled The Orders. The author receives the orders. We have read till text 66, where Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is being ordered by different Vaishnavas. First of all, he was ordered by Haridas Pandit, whose great qualities we read about. And then later from other devotees like Govinda Gosai and many others. We are reading that section. We'll continue further. Yadavacharya Gosai Shri Rupera Sangi Chaitanya Charita Teho Ati Badarangi. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Yadavacharya Gosai, a constant associate of Srila Rupa Goswami, was also very enthusiastic in hearing and chanting about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. So now the discussion shifts to Yadavacharya Gosai, who was an associate of Rupa Goswami. Pandita Gosai Ra Shishya Bhugarva Gosai Gaura Katha Vina Ara Mukhe Anyanai. Bhugarva Gosai, a disciple of Pandit Gosai, was always engaged in the topics regarding Lord Chaitanya, knowing nothing else. This is the quality of great soul. They're always talking about the topics connected to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Sri Krishna. The outside world is very interested in talking about topics connected to everything but Krishna. But sincere souls want to talk about nothing but Krishna. This is the big difference. Tara Shishya Govinda Pujaka Chaitanya Das Mukunda Nanda Chakravarti Premi Krishna Das. Among his disciples were Chaitanya Das, who was the priest of the Govinda deity, as well as Mukundananda Chakravarti and the great devotee Krishna Das. You want to try, Mataji, reading this? Would you like to?
I can go.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay, 1 second. Text 70. Charya Gosinira Sisya Kakravati Sivananda Nirvadhi Tanra City Chaitanya Nityananda. Do I have to read the next, or this is
Translation.
translation again? Among the disciples of Ananta Acharya was Sivananda, Kakravati, in whose heart Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda constantly dwelt.
Very nice. औरयत वृंदावने बासी भक्तगणा शेषलीला सुनीते सबार होइल मना. In Vrindavan, there were also many other great devotees. All of them desired to hear the last pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. More agya korila sabe karuna koriya tasavara bole likhi nirlaja hoiya. By their mercy, all these devotees ordered me to write of the last pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because of their order only, although I am shameless, I have attempted to write this Caitanya Caritamrita. Purport: to write about the transcendental pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead is not an ordinary endeavor, unless one is empowered by the higher authorities or advanced devotees. One cannot write transcendental literature, for all such literature must be above suspicion, or, in other words, it must have none of the defects of the conditioned souls, namely mistakes, illusion, cheating, and imperfect perceptions. The words of Krishna and of the disciplic succession that carries the orders of Krishna are actually authoritative. To be empowered to write transcendental literature is a privilege in which a writer can take great pride. As a humble Vaishnava, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, being thus empowered, felt very much ashamed that it was he who was to narrate the pastime of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, in short, he is feeling utterly disqualified. A great soul never feels, yes, I'm going to speak Krishna Katha, I'm going to write books about Krishna. Who am I? Krishna is so infinite. Who am I to write about him? But because of their mercy, their orders, their instructions, I attempted to write. It's a very, very humble disposition Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is having here. Vaishnavira Agyapana Chintita Antare Madan Gopala Gila Agya of the Vaishnavas, but being anxious within my heart, I went to the temple of Madan Mohan in Vrindavan to ask his permission also. So, after receiving the blessings or the orders from the devotees, senior Vaishnavas, he went to the deities, Madan Mohan. A Vaishnava always follows the orders of Guru and Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita was written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. By their mercy, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami considered all the devotees that have been mentioned to be his preceptor gurus or spiritual masters, and Madan Gopal, Sri Madan Mohan Vigraha, is Krishna himself. Thus, he took the permission from both of them, and when he received the mercy of both Guru and Krishna, he was able to write his great literature, this great literature, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This example should be followed. Anyone who attempts to write about Krishna must first take permission from the spiritual master and Krishna. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart, and the spiritual master is his direct external representative. Thus, Krishna is situated antar bahi, within and without. One must first become a pure devotee by following the strict regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds daily. And when one thinks that he's actually on the Vaishnava platform, he must then take the permission from the spiritual master. And that permission must also be confirmed by Krishna from within his heart. Then, if one is very sincere and pure, he can write transcendental literature, either prose or poetry. Hare Krishna. So, the essence here is one must follow the orders of Guru and Krishna. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami didn't just blindly or haphazardly or just from whimsically thought that, oh, let's write Caitanya Caritamrita, let's write about the glories of Krishna. No, he was repeatedly requested by not one, two, many, many senior Vaishnavas who are like his guru. And when he received that order, which we have read in the last 20-ish verses, then he went to Madan Gopal, the deities, Madan Mohana, and asked for permission. And a sincere soul is able to understand that. So we should also, every day before doing any spiritual activity, we remember Guru, we remember Krishna, and seek permission. When we do arati, we seek permission. When we do offering, we seek permission. When we do anything, we should seek permission. Any other thoughts, comments here? Okay. Next verse, yes, Shriram Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. দর্শন করি দর্শন করি কাইলু চরণ বন্দনা গোসাই দাস পূজারি করে চরণ সেবনা. Translation. When I visited the temple of Madan Mohan, the priest Gosai Das was serving the feet of the Lord, and I also prayed at the Lord's lotus feet.
Very well. The priest was serving the feet and like straightforward as it Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also did. Prabhu Racharanyari Agya Magila Prabhu Kantha Hoita Mala Khasiya Padila. When I prayed to the Lord for permission, a garland from his neck immediately slipped down. Hari Bol. खसक गया खसिया पडीला नीचे गिर गया खसक के. It slipped. This is a sign from the Lord is giving permission. Go ahead, my child, write Chaitanya Charitamrita. And it has happened to other great souls also when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's mother, I think her name was Bimala Devi, when she went, then Thakur the father was living near the Grand Road, the big road where the Rath Yatra goes. Bimala Devi went and took, Bimala Prasad was his childhood name, the baby Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and touched the feet of Lord, and a garland fell on Lord Jagannath. So this is the Lord may convey in different ways. In this way, by offering this garland, his garland, he gave Agya. Sabha Vaishnava Gana Hari Dhvani Dila Gosai Dasa Ani Mala Mora Gale Dila. As soon as this happened, the Vaishnavas standing there all loudly chanted Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And the priest Gosai Das brought me the garland and put it around my neck. So everyone present saw this happening, that as soon as Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami begged for permission, immediately the Lord reciprocates. The Lord is not just some statue, the Lord reciprocates. We have to have that bhava, that emotion, and then the Lord will reciprocate. He reciprocated to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And immediately the priest came and garlanded Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami with that from the lotus, coming from the none other than Krishna himself. Isn't that funny? Haridwani. So Haridwani, I think in Bengal, Odia, the side of the country, this is quite famous, Haridwani. And one is Urudhwani. Right, Mataji? Sure, I'm saying it right? Urudhwani? Or
Yes, Prabhuji. Uludhvani.
Uludhwani?
Yeah.
Can you share a little more?
About Uludhvani, Prabhuji?
Like they like kind of that.
Yeah, it's like that.
So it's like
And it is
auspicious
like,
when they
it's
open
auspicious
the.
like Shankha. Anytime we play Shankha, we also have Uludhvani and Ghanti and Shankha and Tasha all together.
And what do you say, Haridwani? Is there something
I'm
called?
not sure, Prabhuji. No, I have not heard that. I was assuming it is Haribol.
Okay, wonderful. So Haridwani here. Everyone said Haribol, Haribol. Like something on devotees say this many times, and some auspicious thing. Even in the kirtan also, in the last chanting loudly, Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Haribol, Haribol. So everyone was very happy, joyful, and when this happened. Agyamala pana amar hoila nanda tahani karinu ei granthera arambha. I was greatly pleased to have the garland signifying the order of the Lord, and then there I commenced to write this book after receiving the agya of the devotees and none other than Sri Madan Mohan himself. Yes, Mataji, you want to read? Swati Mataji? Okay, Shri Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. এই গ্রন্থ লেখায় মোরে মদন মোহন আমারও লিখানো যেন সুখের প্রথম Actually, Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita is not my writing, but the diction of Sri Madan Mohan. My writing is like the repetition of a parrot. Purport. This should be the attitude of all devotees. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead recognizes a devotee, he gives him intelligence and dictates how he may go back home, back to Godhead. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavad Gita 10.10. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन माम् उपयान्ति ते. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The opportunity to engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord is open to everyone because every living entity is constitutionally a servant of the Lord. To engage in the service of the Lord is the natural function of the living entity, but because he is covered by the influence of Maya, the material energy, he thinks it to be a very difficult task. But if he places himself under the guidance of a spiritual master and does everything sincerely, immediately the Lord, who is situated within everyone's heart, dictates how to serve him. Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. The Lord gives this direction, and thus the devotee's life becomes perfect. Whatever a pure devotee does is done by the dictation of the Supreme Lord. Thus it is one minute. Thus it is confirmed by the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that whatever he wrote was under the direction of the Sri Madan Mohan Devi.
Ribo. Thank you so much, Mataji. So in short, it's not just his speculation here. Dictation by Madan Mohan. यही ग्रंथ लिखा है मोरा मदन मोहन, उन्होंने लिखा है ये ग्रंथ को. हमारा लिखना ये शुकेरा पाठन. Shukera is Shukadev, like Shuka is parrot. So basically, we just need to be like a parrot, just repeating the words of Krishna, the words of the spiritual master. So actually, his writings, all credits to him, all glories to him. And to those who are sincere, the Lord guides them from within. This is a very important verse, the Chatushloki Gita, one of the verses. To those who are constantly devoted in serving me, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The Lord guides within and without. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Krishna will give, Bhagwan buddhi denge, what to do, what not to do. He gives a direction. He's our Partha Sarthi, he's our Sarthi too, if we have that right attitude. सही लिखा मदन गोपाल, सही लिखी मदन गोपाल, ये लिखा है काष्टेरा पुतली ना के न चाहे. सही लिखी मदन गोपाल, ये लिखा है काष्टेरा पुतली ना का न चाहे. As a wooden doll is made to dance by a magician, I write as Madan Gopal orders me to do so. This is the position of a pure devotee. One should not take any responsibility on his own, but should be a soul surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who will then give him the dictation as a Chaitya Guru. So, as Chaitya Guru, Krishna will give the direction. Or the spiritual master within. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased to guide a devotee from within and without. From within, he guides as the spiritual super soul, and from without, he guides him as the spiritual master. This is how we should aspire to be. Not thinking, मैं ये कर दूंगा, मैं वो कर दूंगा, I can do this. Like, Kashtera puthali yatha nachao se mate. Prabhupada also wrote that poem in Jalduta. Whatever way you want me to dance, please make me dance. I am just a wooden doll. Kashtera puthali. Like a puppet. You are the puppeteer, I am the puppet. You make me dance the way you want me to dance. Yes, Shravamati, you are right.
I have a follow-up question. So you said that the puppeteer is can make us dance like the way he wants us dance. So I understand the concept, but why is it to make us a better person? Like why would that happen? Like why would he make us do according to his wishes? So why is that process there to make us a better person? Like why does that happen?
So firstly, number one is a pure devotee wants to be guided by the hand of the Lord.
Okay.
Right, like a sincere student wants to follow the instruction of the expert teacher. Now, the expert teacher is not going to do anything wrong for the student. An expert or a good loving mother or father is not going to do anything wrong for the parent, sorry, the child.
Right.
But what happens sometimes, the child may be obstinate and say, no, I know better. I'll figure out. I know what's good for me. I don't need your expert guidance. Now, the child may become rebellious, and that's the reason we are here. We rebelled against the Supreme Lord. So then we feel actually we are free. We are always we are always actually run by a puppeteer. Now the question comes, we want the puppeteer to be Krishna or we want the puppeteer to be the Maya?
Right.
माया की उंगलियों पे नाचेंगे या कृष्णा की उंगलियों पे नाचेंगे? सवाल बस इतना है.
Right.
So one may feel, no, I am free. मैं क्यों भगवान को surrender करूं? Why I need to surrender to Krishna? But actually we are surrendered to Maya, to illusion, to lust, greed, anger. And we are being caught up in these invisible ropes or called guna. Satogun, Rajagun, Tamogun. Primarily Rajagun, Tamogun. We are caught up. Ahankara vimoodatma kartahamiti manyate. But we still feel that I am the doer, I am free. Actually, we are not free. We are bound. We feel we are independent. But if we were independent, think about this. I shared this during the recent July 4th. We had a program. Are we really independent? What do you say?
No.
If we were independent, that means we would be able to do things we want to do. Or sometimes we end up speaking we don't want to speak. Has it happened? We end up doing what we don't want to do.
Right.
Or we end up not doing what we want to do.
Yes.
Why? The modes are binding us. We speak something, oh, I should have not spoken that. We end up doing something, oh, I should have not done that. We are bound. Now the question comes, a sincere devotee prays that Krishna, you be the chariot driver. You take the charge, the reins of my life. And Duryodhana, like person, he says, no, I want to be independent. But he was bound by Maya or the lower mode.
So surrender means what? I mean, you have to do basic stuff. Like, so where do you draw the line with surrender? Like, when do you want God to take charge? Because basic things we have to do, right? We have to work, do everything else. Like, so where is the line then? Where do we draw the line?
Yes, Krishna does not say stop work. Surrender does not mean that छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार.
Right.
That's not surrender. Surrender means to be Krishna conscious in whatever situation we are in, to remember Krishna. Mam anusmarya yuddhacha. Smat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmarya yuddhacha. He's not saying give up job. If you have job, keep doing job. If we have family, husband, wife, children, parents, in-laws, we have to do the needful. The other day also, I think yesterday, someone was asking, the job is, oh, I go to job, I feel like I'm serving Maya. It's not Maya if we have the right consciousness. So, paristhiti ko nahi manusthiti ko badlo. Krishna says, change the manusthiti. The same job, we can see it's an opportunity to serve Krishna, right? We can give charity to cows, charity to temple.
Right.
We need to pay the bills for the home, electric, Wi-Fi, mortgage, rent, so many things we have to pay. How will we pay? We have to keep the house clean. We have to buy grocery, offer bhoga. We can invite Vaishnavas to home, invite other people to home, serve them prasadam. If we have to go to Vrindavan, we have to buy flight tickets. We have to book hotel, right? If we have to go to Sadhu Sangha, we need Lakshmi for that. So then the home is not, the job is not Maya. But now the same job once will say, well, this is my job. I will only use it for sense gratification. I'll go to clubs and casinos and parties and fancier things, fancier gadgets, fancier cars, fancier everything, because it's my money. I can do anything.
Mhm.
That is not considered healthy. That is so same, two people may be earning same amount. One is using in a regulated way, keeping Krishna at the center, and one is, both are going to grocery store. Both have a car. Both are paying the home rent or mortgage. But the whole consciousness is different. To surrender basically does not mean that, we leave everything and say, that's surrender. No. Surrender means we regulate. Krishna consciousness means regulated lifestyle. We have time to chant, we have time to read Bhagavad Gita, we do some arti, we offer some bhoga, we take association of devotees, we do our dutiful work, we take care of our husband, wife, family, parents, in-laws, etc. We, on the weekends, we try to spend more time in Krishna conscious activities because during the weekdays we are a little more tied up in the work. So, living a healthy, balanced, stable lifestyle. In the morning, remember Krishna, spend 1 or 2 hours a day at least in Krishna conscious activities, take care of our body as a temple for the soul. Mm. So that's surrender. That is
Okay.
also surrender.
Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughtful questions. Yes, Mataji. Want to read further? Sure, Mataji, want to read?
Yes. तुलसी देव मोर मदन मोहाना चार सेवक रघुनाथ रूप सनातना. Translation: I accept as my family deity Madan Mohan, whose worshippers are Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, and Sanatan Goswami.
Very nice. Next, also.
वृंदावन दाशेर पद पद्म करि ध्याना तारा आज्ञा लोइया लिखी जहाँ ते कल्याण. Translation: I took permission from Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur by praying at his lotus feet, and upon receiving his order, I have attempted to write this auspicious literature. Purport. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami took permission not only from the Vaishnavas and Madan Mohan, but also from Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is understood to be the Vyasa of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Very good. He's taking, proper permission before beginning an important spiritual activity, not whimsically, and blessings of devotees, blessings of seniors, blessings of Guru, blessings of Krishna are very, very important, especially in this Kali Yuga. So the more we can get, the better it will be. Caitanya Lila te Vyasa Vrindavan das Tara Kripa Vina Anya Nahaya Prakash. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is the authorized writer on the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Without his mercy, therefore, one cannot describe these pastimes. He's already glorified Vrindavan Das Thakur so much in the last, 10, 15 verses from text 40-ish. Again, he's saying he's authorized. He's not saying, oh, I'm the great authorized. My book about Chaitanya's pastime is the most authorized. No, he's Chaitanya Vyas. No, Chaitanya. He has given this wonderful pastimes. Murkhan Nicha Shudra Muni. Murkhan Nicha Shudra Muni Vishaya Lalasa. Vaishnava Agya Bale Kori Etika Sahasa. I'm foolish, lowborn, and insignificant, and I always desire material enjoyment. Yet, by the order of the Vaishnavas, I'm greatly enthusiastic to write the transcendental literature. I am Murkha, I am Nicha, I am Shudra, insignificant. I'm full of material desires. This is the humility of great souls. They don't say, I'm the most qualified. I'm the most fallen, actually. Whether we see the bhajans of Narottam Das Thakur or prayers of great souls, they always say, I'm the most fallen. But Vaishnava Agya Bali, on the strength of their orders, on the strength of Guru's order, I am attempting to write this. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Charani Re Bala Yara Smriti Siddha Hoye Vanchita Sakala. The lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami are my source of strength. Remembering their lotus feet can fulfill all one's desire. Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Ar Asha Caitanya Caritamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishna Das, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita following in their footsteps. Thus, in the Bhaktivedanta purports of to Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita AdilLila 8th chapter, in the matter of the authors receiving the orders of the authorities, Krishna and Guru. Hare Krishna. So this is the last verse, and all the last verse, all the chapters, the last verse is this verse. Begins with prayer, ends with prayer. Begins with seeking permission, ends with seeking permission. The whole idea of this chapter is seeking permission. And when we genuinely seek permission, actually, he was not seeking permission. He was given the order. It was not that, oh, I really want to write this book. Can I have your approval, please? No. They said, you must write this book. He was hesitant. He said, I'm Tucha, I'm Nicha, I'm Shudra, I'm this, I'm very. But Vaishnavera Agya Bala, the strength of the orders, the Vaishnavas and the Guru, I am trying to attempt this. So a lot of great lessons in this wonderful chapter that sometimes we are, very hungry for services which are very forefront. Like writing a book, becoming author, it's a very forefront service. Giving a class, no, I'm the most qualified to give class. I'm the most qualified to. No. But when the right order is given, then one should take blessings from Krishna, take blessings from the acharyas, from other Vaishnavas, and never thinking I'm the doer. I'm a wooden doll, Kashtira Putali. Then one will have the right attitude. Then that writing or speaking, whatever endeavor, whatever service one is doing, will be meaningful. Otherwise, it will only glorify one's own ego. The writing can glorify Krishna, or the writing can glorify one's ego if one does not have the right consciousness. So we need to have the right consciousness that I'm just a humble servant and genuinely glorify Krishna. That ends the 8th chapter. Any thoughts, comments, questions before we wrap up for today?
Hi Krishna Prabhuji. I was wondering if there is a map or a diagram which can describe the different relationships in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because I cannot retain this information. Every time I hear some names, I try to recall, but I feel like I'm not recalling it correctly.
All names will be hard to recall, Mataji, for sure. But you know Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami?
Yes, Prabhuji.
He's the main author.
But I don't remember his thought. But I don't remember how he's connected to Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami.
Hmm. So let's go to the Veda base. And in that, the Bhagavad Gita, the beginning, in the introduction towards the end, the parampara is there, right? So he comes in our lineage. That's the most important thing you can basically remember, that he is in our lineage, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. After Lord Chaitanya, Rupa Goswami was the head of the Goswami. His elder brother Sanatan Goswami and others, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. Then Raghunath Das Goswami was also there, and Jiva Goswami was the nephew. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, what I have heard, that he personally heard from Krishnadas. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was quite old, and Raghunath Das Goswami used to also narrate these wonderful pastimes of Caitanya Caritamrita, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So if you can remember at least this much, I think that's good. And of course, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to remember anything else. If you feel inspired, then yes, you can even try to make some tree or some kind of, lineage, or like in HR, we make org charts, so you can make some charts like that. You can take that, but this is a very high level. This is how he's connected. They are basically their worshipable seniors, acharyas, gurus. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji, it helps. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
And other names, there are a lot of names here. Every chapter, many names will come. Here, like Anantacharya, Shivanand Chakravarti. Many names will come. I'm not saying you don't have to remember, but it's going to take multiple readings and multiple likes if you really, because now more names are also going to come. So try to remember the gist at least and just absorb in purification as we're reading.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
Okay, we'll pause here. Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samveta Gaur Bhaktavrindi ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindabhyaiva cha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namo. Thank you. Hare Krishna.